Okay, I have spent a lot of time trying to perfect what my first actual YouTube video is going to be. And the truth is, I've been struggling with a couple of things. Number one, being an influencer. There's an idea of what being an influencer looks like in my head, and there's a reality. I want to be able to make money making videos, being myself, building a community, doing good for people. But I also don't want to prescribe to the norm that exists now. I want to make money, but I don't want it to be in a predatory way. I feel like a lot of influencers, whether they know it or not, whether it's intentional or not, because quite frankly, there is a system that already exists that requires people to behave in such a way. But I don't want to do that. I would like this to be different. I want to have substance, but also have a space where you can also just be dumb and not necessarily dumb, but like you don't have to be anything you don't want to be. I don't know. I want it to be a safe space. That being said, I want to go ahead and talk about a little anecdote that I've been thinking of the past couple days. I told it to my mom, and I was thinking about it again in the shower yesterday, and I thought that it was really, really interesting. And I thought of myself, honestly, when I was thinking about this, because I talk to myself a lot. I live alone. I naturally kind of am a closed off person. So I talk to myself a lot, and I was talking to myself about this in the shower, and I kind of imagined myself giving a TED talk. So I have this scar on my finger. I got this scar when I came home for my birthday during Thanksgiving. My birthday is November 25th, so it becomes a long weekend celebration of family, food, Thanksgiving, and the celebration of this girl. I believe it was my 19th birthday, maybe my 18th or 19th birthday. I think it was my 18th birthday. I was playing with my dog. I love my dog. He doesn't like frisbees, but at the time we had a flattened football that nobody was using anymore because it was broken, and we would throw it like a frisbee. The thing is, with my dog, his name is Duke, he has a lot of energy, right? So we have tricks to kind of burn him out so that he doesn't come inside and be rambunctious and too much inside the house, because that's a lot. So we have this trick where we'll pretend to throw it and hide it behind our backs, and he'll run and come back after he sees that it hasn't actually been thrown. So going back and forth like that, and both of us miscalculated, and he got my finger. Now look at it from the side. Now, at the time when it happened, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to freak out, okay? That's kind of one of my first reactions to stuff. Until I went up to my parents. I'm like, we look at it, we're cleaning it, and that's the first time I'd ever seen that deep inside my flesh. And it was terrifying. I had never seen myself open that way before. I've busted my chin open, and I've got a scar on my chin. But I didn't see that, and I was young, so I don't really remember. This, I remembered, and it hurt so bad. So then rushed into my car. Well, my dad rushes us to the ER. We take his car, and we're waiting in a waiting room of like a bunch of people, it was at the children's hospital, so there were a lot of like kids crying, a lot of like obviously very frustrated moms. I could tell that some of them were like younger moms too, just kind of stressed out about the well-being of their child. I think all moms are generally stressed out about the well-being of their child. And I've just got pressure on it, I don't want to take anything off, and in my head I'm like, what if I was a superhero and I took this off right now and I was healed? that did not happen as much as I wish it did. So I went to the back and they pulled out a surgical kit. And they pulled this kit out, right? And at the time, I had just thought that they would use a straight needle. But no, it was curved. And I remember thinking to myself, of course they would use a curved needle and not a straight one, because that makes sense, you know? And I had been talking and trying to get to know the doctor and things that were going on, because your girl has anxiety, and it's something that I really, really struggle with. I also really struggle socially sometimes. For me, socializing takes a lot of willpower, a lot of brain power, a lot of social power. It's my brain just works differently. And so when I get stressed out or I'm in an unknown situation, something that really helps me is to talk and learn. So, you know, I'm talking to the doctor about all the stuff. There is a man walking in front of my car right now. Anyways, like I was saying, the best thing for me to keep my brain occupied is to learn. So I'm sitting here talking to the doctor who's about to stitch my hand up, you know, getting to know him and how long he's been working there, you know, just stuff that he knows. And we're talking about like Harry Potter and stuff. For those of you who don't know, your girl loves Harry Potter. I read the entire series in 2nd grade because I didn't really have a lot of friends, and so I just also knew that I had a hard time socially, so I just sat at a table and just read Harry Potter and like Percy Jackson and the Hunger Games. I even read the you know, Percy Jackson, and then how he like went off into the different versions. Like they did like an Egyptian mythology spinoff, they did a Roman mythology spinoff. Read them all. Anyways, so we're talking about Harry Potter. He brings out this thing and he's like, so you want a lightning bolt? I was like, oh, I mean, sure. Like, we're already here. They had already put the little shot in it, so it's numb, you know. It's just pressure, and honestly, it was just really scary. So yeah. By the time that he was done, my finger looked really gross. And I posted a picture of it, and I was like, wait a minute, let me take this down, because people are gonna think I'm so weird for posting this. It looks so gross. So I took it down. And then I quickly learned that I would not be able to use this finger. You don't realize how much you use your pinky finger until you can't, right? Like, if I pick up my keys, you know, I'm picking them up like this. I want to grab them, but I had stitches in my hand and they were getting pulled, and there was so much pressure. I keep wanting this curl to sit like this because I think it's cute, so I keep moving it. Sorry. Sue me. But you know, putting pressure on it or getting it caught up and stuff really, really hurts. So over time, I started doing things with my pinky up, or like with it down, or with it out of the way, right? So that it wouldn't get hurt. And honestly, to the point that by the time the stitches fell out, I was still keeping that pinky up, because there was definitely nerve damage. It still hurt. Like, I remember one time I was working with some kids and one of them accidentally stepped on my finger, and it hurt so bad. I wasn't expecting it to, and it hurt really bad. So fast forward, it's what, maybe, see, I was 17 or 18 years old. Jesus Christ. That was like 4 years ago. Fast forward, now, this is how it looks. You can't really see it up close. You can see it kind of dented in there, right there in the middle. That's the dent. It's not really focusing, although I could blame that on lighting, which is me, user error, but you can see from the side. She's a little special. She's just a little special. But I was thinking about this, you know, I can go like this now and it doesn't hurt. Somebody could step on this finger and it would only hurt normally. I can squeeze this in the places that it used to hurt in places that I used to avoid it. I can pick things up the way that I used to. It's a good thing I don't have my actual card numbers facing outward. But I'm 22, I've been growing a lot, I've been experiencing a lot, and I won't lie, it's been very overwhelming and it's been getting me down. I was talking to my mom about something and I just started spitting game about this scar right here. Sometimes things hurt us and we're reminded of them all the time. I don't know about you guys, but visually this scar was a reminder that I was hurt. And similarly, throughout life, I've experienced some really painful interactions with people that left a mark on me. And honestly, some of my worst thoughts about myself come to me in their voices. Those things linger. And so sometimes we stop using certain parts of ourselves that remind us of that pain. But the truth is that over time, it does go away. But we still feel really scared. I mean, this scar, it feels tight. If I close my eyes, I can still feel the pain. If I go like this, I'm already bracing for impact, bracing for the pain that used to exist. But here's the thing, it's had time to heal. It works. It works just as well as my other fingers. It looks a little different. It feels a little different. But it still works, and it's still mine. And I still love it. The same could be said for negative things that you're experiencing in life. It's completely human to have to take a step back from things that hurt you. It's completely human to have to take a step back and relearn. It's completely human to feel awful and not know what to do. It's completely human to turn things off sometimes and shut down. But that doesn't mean it needs to last forever, and it doesn't mean that it defines you. I want my presence online to be more like this. I think being introspective and deep all the time is not okay. But I also think that posting thirst traps all the time is not okay. And when I say not okay, I mean for myself. There's got to be a balance, right? So I'm posting this in hopes that this will bring me an audience that sees me for more than thirst traps, and more than curly hair content. As much as I love curly hair, as much as I love my curly hair, and I would love to keep talking about it, there's more to me I want to share with the world, and that I think other people could benefit from. And if not, then I don't know. Then at least I put something out that means something to me. I have a vlog that I have been working on, but I've been a little nervous to post it. So I'm gonna post this first, and then we'll just go from there. I think that I'm trying to define what this looks like for me, and sometimes defining that something that works for you is different is really scary. And I've been telling people, I talked to my mom about this. I think that my path looks a little bit different than I thought. It looks a little bit different than maybe is the prescribed norm. And being different is scary. Going against a norm is scary. And I'm in a chapter of trying to be brave and find courage. So this is me being brave and finding courage by posting this video. So if you have any thoughts about my anecdote, or you want to see pictures of my dog, I don't know, whatever, let me know in the comments. I love talking to you guys. I love giving advice. Even if I'm not the greatest, I'm always here to hear you guys out. I've even read people's college submission papers and reviewed them for them in the past. When I was in high school, I got a 5 on the AP English exam. So your girl kind of knows what she's doing with that kind of stuff. And yeah, if I don't have a resource, I can do my best to help you guys find resources. I just want to help people. I want to do good stuff and help people. and make money doing it in the least selfish, greedy way possible. I hope that you guys took something away from this video, and yeah, that's it. Bye, guys.